everyone. Good day, everyone. Good day, Sir Dax Antonio Lenton. We are the Group 1 and we are here to report our topic. So our topic is describe the procedures in loading the chart data and variety of methods and the setting up ownership parameters. Next is to familiarize in the loading chart data and variety of methods and the setting up ownership parameters on the ACDIS. So we are the Group 1 and this is my group mates, the Cadet Fernando Abadad, the Cadet Shalo Manuel Abelgas, the Cadet Andre Abelana, the Cadet Jesrel de Gasa, the Cadet Perical Saliago, the Cadet John de Baginsi, and the Cadet Bolusus de Anthony. So the next slide will be reported by the Cadet Boliosus.
So the learning outcomes. The students will be able to familiarize and loading the chart data in variety of method and setting up ownership parameters. Next one is the student will be able to demonstrate and describe the procedures in loading chart data in, variety of method and setting up ownership parameters. Next slide, please. Learning objectives. Identify the different procedures in loading chart data and setting up ownership parameters. Explain the procedures in loading chart data in variety of methods. Next slide, please. So describe and familiarize the procedures in loading the chart data. Connect this in variety of methods. Next slide. Proper use of ECDIS safety settings. ECDIS has become the essential tool for watchkeeping officers on ships. Navigating a ship with an ECDIS is fundamentally different from navigating with a paper charts. ECDIS-equipped vessels have been involved in a number of groundings which may have been avoided had it not been for failures in the setup and use of ECDIS, safety settings, and alarm systems. Appropriate safety settings are of paramount importance of ECDIS displays. These settings control how the ECDIS present depth information, making it easier to visualize areas of water that are safe for the vessel to navigate in from those which are not. Next slide, please. So this part will be reported by Decadet Sheila Emmanuel Abelgas.
Thank you, Decadet Buliosos. So the ECDIS safety settings is this value can be entered in Furuno ECDIS by following the steps mentioned below. So first, go to the main menu and select chart display. Second is select the main tab to display it. Next, please. So the safety contour is the most important parameter of all the safety settings for the display and unsafe water areas, detecting isolated dangers and triggering anti-grounding alarms. The color blue is used to indicate the unsafe areas, while white or gray for the safe areas. The default safety contour is specified by the mariners is set to 30 meters. If within a specified time set by the user, the ship is about to cross the safety contour, an alarm will sound based on the value of the safety contour. If this displays the isolated danger symbols or underwater features and obstruction which may pose a danger to navigation. Safety contour, safe, ship draft, and squat, UKC, and height of tide. Next, please. And the safety depth settings is the side purpose of the safety depth is to portray spot sounding either in gray for deeper depth or black for shallower depth compared to the safety depth value enter the navigation officer, thereby highlighting the potential safe and unsafe areas. The safety depth value has no effect on alarm or any other aspect of ICDIS. Safety depth is normally the ship's draft plus squat. Thus, we can see that water areas with depth between 11 meters to 20 meters are navigable but are below the safety contour. This provides the mariners with additional information about where the ship could safely pass if crossing the safety contour. Is required This could provide additional maneuvering room in narrow passages where safe depth exists. Next, please. So, the shallow contour. The shallow contour highlights the gradient of the seabed. It is considered to be the grounding depth, i.e., this is the depth below which the ship will definitely go ground. This value can be set equal to the ship draft. Therefore, if ship draft is 7.7 meter, shallow contour value can be set as 8 meter. The ECDIS will be displayed the next depth contour available on in the ENC. The unsafe area is further defined with a selection of shallow contour showing dark blue in the shallow water and the light blue between the shallow water and the safety contour. When four shade display is selected, two shades or four shade display is further explanation below. Next please. So deep water contour setting is will be discussed by Decadet Andrea Abellana.
Thank you, Decadet Abelgas. Now, the deep water contour setting. This setting indicates the limit of sea area where shallow water effects occur that can affect a vessel. As you can see in the image below in the lower left side, it should be estimated twice or four times the draught of vessel depending on the depth of water available. This is normally set to twice the ship's draft. However, navigating officers can use deep water contour value the way they want. Next, please. Now, the pictures below show a comparison between two shade and four shade depth in daytime and nighttime. In the left side, we have the daytime, and in the right side, we have the nighttime. Next. Next is the importing the permits. To load the permits, do the following. Step 1. Choose chart permits from the chart menu. Next. Step 2. Click the Load File button. The Load File button is used to initiate the ENC permit installation to the ECDIS. When selected, a permit load window will be displayed. In this window, the user will have to identify the source, folder or external drive where the ENC permits are stored. And step 3 is choose the correct drive from the look-in list box. Drive E for USB memory device or A for floppy disk. The next reporter will be Decadet Agasa.
So, thank you, the Cadet Abellana. Step 4, permits are available in two formats, one in MIMP format and the other TXT format. The user must highlight the permit, that TXT file, and then click open to install the ANC permit. After importing the self permit successfully, the ANC of the desired voyage will be available on the ECDIS. A backup of the permits can also be created by using backup button in the selected drive. The format is always PNG. A graphical coverage of all the charts loaded in the hard disk can be viewed in the chart catalog. The catalog can be viewed from the chart menu. The view filter section can be used to display charts which permits are available. The charts appear color coded. The easiest method to check if charts are up to date is to view the catalog and check that the names of all required charts appear in green. The names of the charts which are not up to date appear in orange. Next is weekly updates on ACTIS. Chart correction on ACTIS. Chart on ACTIS needs to be updated and corrected on a regular basis. Unlike paper charts where the procedures involves manual insertion of the correction to ENCs are made automatically. ACTIS allows updating the existing charts or installing new charts too. Admiralty Vector Charts data is delivered on a series of CDs, labeled base and update or DVDs. New ANCs can be loaded with an ENC-based CD DVD. This is basic CD issued by every 6 to 8 weeks. Next. Weekly updates on updates. The procedure for loading ANC bases or update CD is identical. This can be done from load and update charts located in the chart menu. So, number 1, insert CD in CD room. We can see a picture of that. Number 2, select chart menu. We can see also a picture of that. So, next is choose load and update charts. Choose from CD-ROOM from the submenu, define the location of the CD-ROOM, and select the load button. The charts will then start to load into the X. Next will be reported by Perkel Salyago.
Thank you, Decadet Agasa. So further discussion, weekly updates on this. Manual updating. Manual updating allows the navigating officers to apply their own navigational information to supplement the existing ENC data. These information remains separate from the contents of the ENC data already installed in the ACDIS. However, can be displayed together with the ENC data. Manual updating should normally be used when the same information cannot be added via the automatic updating in a timely manner. Manual updating in the Porono ECDIS can be done as follows. First, under the chart menu, select Manual Updates, select Planning. Within the Manual Update dialog box. Next slide, please. Second, select New, and next, select the type of object that is to be added. Example, a boy unaffected accept new object. Next slide, please. Third, in the next step, the properties can be edited such as editing the position where the object has to be applied. And then finally, select accept the manual update as permanent. Next slide, please. So, this topic is how to transfer pre-made route from ECDIS to the Admiralty Digital Catalog to be discussed by Decadet John Day Bagin.
So thank you, Decadet Aliego Pericles. So right now we move on to the next topic would be on how to transfer pre-made route from ECDIS to the Admiralty Digital Catalog. So the first step would be after you have made your route using your ECDIS, export and save it in your USB flash drive or in the Excel. Followed by the step 2 would be opening a blank book on your MS Excel, press right click on it, and then select paste. Next slide, please. The third step would be after this highlight all coordinates, then right click and select copy. And fourth would be opening your notepad, pressing right click, then select paste on your notepad menu bar, click file, select save as. And step 5 would be type in the file name you wish for the file. Select the place you want the file to be stored. You can place it on the desktop for your own comfort. Then click the save button. And step 6 would be open ADC. On ADC menu bar, click Route tab and click Load Route. And followed by the last 2 steps that will be discussed by Decadet Fernan Abad.
Thank you, Cadet Bagin. So let's continue our steps. So step 7, locate the place where you save the file. Once you located it, click End the file and notice your pre-made route will appear on ADC. So step 8, to move around the map easily on ADC, press and hold the scroll button of your mouse. So next slide, please. Next slide. So this is our source of our return. Next slide, please.
So that will be all for our report. In conclusion, ICDIS is making the shipping industry safer. Surely there have been number of incidents because of user interpretation of ICDIS display, but the increase in training and good practice has helped to cover many gaps. Correct use of safety settings in ICDIS to set up on-ship parameters will definitely take it one step ahead. So that will be all for our report. I hope you've learned something and stay safe as always. Have a good day.